I'm an alcoholic.
Been struggling with all addictions.
I started with cigarettes.
Started taking a little of marijuana.
It struck me that my son now is a drug addict.
I never realized that actually he was on drugs.
With the country having a population of 6 million people who are addicts, that is 13.9% of the population are dependent to alcohol, about 6% who are addicted to other drugs like tobacco.
Over 70-80% are because they are trying to treat themselves against stress induced by lack of funds. In the fight against alcohol and drug abuse, you should be able to cut the supplies to zero, but nobody in the world is able to do that.
In this journey of addiction, I began in the year 1998 while I was still in primary school.
I started taking alcohol 5 years ago in the university. I was a social drinker, but after graduation, I started taking more and more and more.
I started with cigarettes, smoking cannabis.
I started using alcohol mixed with weed. I graduated and started taking a little of marijuana. As time went by, it started becoming a problem to me. You could find I could not go to class maybe without a little of alcohol, and my study started deteriorating.
Became going to school, it was not so important to us anymore. It really affected me because at home I was having a lot of problems with my family. I was chased out of the house.
We were planning to burn the dorms, and it happened that I was caught unawares, and I was caught with all my things, all my drugs. We were beaten. I was arrested.
I started stealing things from the house, like telephones. Then one day, I stole the laptop from the headmaster's office.
I got a convulsion. I fell down. I got injuries, as you can see, in front of my kid and my wife.
It reached a point where I did up to 4 units out of 8 units, and I ended up receiving a discontinuation letter.
My behavior at my workplace was worse because most of the time you won't get me there.
One time I left for a job interview. I didn't even go to the interview. I went drinking. Coming back home after 2 days, I'm told my daughter is very sick. She was actually in hospital, and she's asthmatic, so she was under oxygen.
It became worse when beating a wife. We had a fight and a quarrel, and I beat her almost to death.
I've lost 2 jobs because of this. I'm even lucky I'm in the national government right now, because the national government is normally a disciplined force.
I happened to find myself that I was positive. And with drugs and HIV, okay, I could have been dead even today.
I never realized that actually he was on drugs, but he used to behave strangely. Amongst my sons or my children, he has been very problematic in his school.
Addiction is a disease, and a disease should be treated. Whether it's being manifested as a clinical psychosis or mild addiction, all of it amount to sickness. And nothing comes close to me. It's an effort by a company by the name of Rusan, who have come to address the key cause of addiction, that is craving for the substance.
Rusan has really brought a shift in the way how addiction treatment is managed in Kenya.
When they come, we take their blood samples so that we can check their liver function tests and their full hemogram so that we can ascertain that the client is fit for the Addrex implant. Addrex acts on the dopamine receptors. They block the receptors, and the client doesn't have the craving for the drug of choice.
We've managed to work with about 650 clients. The reason why the program is attractive to very many Kenyans is because of the use of the implant.
It works together with your brain. If at all you do not want, you will just continue drinking.
I used to smoke marijuana, really. I felt good smoking it. Nowadays, I don't even have that craving.
The Addrex implant was implanted in me. I started improving my health and the cravings went off.
I've seen a lot of changes. When I meet somebody smelling alcohol, the smell disgusts me.
It's 4 months since I took the implant. I'm still standing strong. The procedure was just a minor surgery which took less than 5 minutes, approximately 5 centimeters from the point of cut.
In 10 minutes time, you're ready to move out. There was no irritation, no pain at all.
It doesn't affect your hormonal balances, only blocks the necessary receptors that will make a client crave for alcohol.
You depend on yourself first, and then Addrex will help you out.
Once you get the implant, it stays in your body for 90 days, it dissolves slowly, and there's no complaint of compliance.
I'm not saying it's easy, but once you stop, everything else becomes streamlined.
My life has changed. Me and my wife, we are living fine. My children are okay. Before it was like Vietnam in the house there. Couldn't sit down and share anything. I've decided to open a workshop in Naivasha.
I'm also happy because I can manage my financials. I'm planning to expand my business now that I'm free of drug.
My relationship with my parent at the moment is very okay. We communicate regularly.
Now my son is doing very well. He was even taken in by the Jomec family, and he's doing some internship here.
Drugs are sweet. You feel, you find it like you want to do it again and again, and you're killing yourself. At least this implant, as for me, it has really helped me, and I'm advising each and everyone that may think that they have a problem with addiction. Just come to Jomec, you get the Addrex implant. It really helps.
So given a choice between oral administration and an implant, anybody should just rush for the implant, because there will be no overdose, you cannot be late, and then you have the pure product into your system. And the science of making an implant is not everybody's game. That is for big companies like Rusan who can afford.
I will encourage anybody who wants to get help. This is the place to be. Addrex is the implant to have.